Have you ever noticed that it feels a little harder to focus on things these days? Maybe you find yourself getting distracted more easily, or your mind just doesn't seem as sharp as it once was. It's something many of us experience as we age, and it's completely natural. Our bodies change over time, and so does the way our brains function. But the good news is, there are simple steps you can take every day to boost your mental clarity, improve your focus, and feel more energized. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 powerful habits that can make a real difference in how sharp and focused you feel, no matter your age. These aren't complicated, and you don't need to spend hours each day. The goal is to keep things practical, easy to fit into your routine, and most importantly, effective. Let's start by talking about one of the easiest habits you can start incorporating into your daily life today: staying hydrated. Now, you might be thinking, I drink water every day. What's the big deal? Well, the truth is that many of us don't drink enough water, and even mild dehydration can have a big impact on our mental clarity. Think about it. When you're even slightly dehydrated, you might feel sluggish, irritable, or forgetful. Your brain is made up of about 75% water, so when you're not hydrated, your brain doesn't function as well. This can lead to poor concentration and even mood changes. So, how can we improve our hydration habits? One simple tip is to start your day with a glass of water first thing in the morning. It's an easy habit to build and can help get your metabolism going. You might also want to carry a water bottle with you throughout the day, so you're reminded to drink regularly. And, of course, water isn't the only way to stay hydrated. Foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and even soups can help. Just remember to aim for about 8 cups of water a day. But if that feels too much, aim for whatever works for you. Now, while hydration is important, we also know that good focus relies on having the right balance of energy. That leads us to our next habit: eating foods that support brain health. The food you eat has a direct impact on how well your brain performs. Think of your brain like a car engine. It runs best when it's fueled with the right kind of gas. Eating a diet rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and essential vitamins can help maintain and even improve cognitive function. Foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fatty fish, like salmon or mackerel, are packed with nutrients that support brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish, are particularly important for brain function and memory. Antioxidants in foods like berries protect the brain from oxidative stress, which can affect its performance. Try adding a handful of nuts to your breakfast or snack on some blueberries during the day. Maybe you could swap out 1 or 2 meals a week for a fish dish. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just small changes can make a big difference. The best part is that eating well doesn't just benefit your focus, it can also boost your mood and energy. It's about giving your brain the nutrition it needs to stay sharp. But these habits aren't just about food and water. We also need to take care of our mental health. Stress is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to clouding our thoughts and making it harder to focus. That brings us to the third habit: managing stress through relaxation techniques. Stress isn't just something that makes us feel anxious or overwhelmed in the moment. It also affects the way our brain functions over time. When we're stressed, our body releases cortisol, a hormone that can interfere with our memory, focus, and decision-making. But the good news is that stress can be managed, and even small efforts can make a big impact. There are many ways to reduce stress, and you don't need to spend hours on it. One of the most effective ways is through deep breathing exercises. You've probably heard about the benefits of deep breathing before, but have you ever really tried it? Just taking a few minutes to focus on your breath can slow down your heart rate and calm your nervous system. Try this. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Do this for just 5 minutes, and you'll likely feel more centered and focused. Another simple method for reducing stress is practicing mindfulness. This could mean taking a few moments each day to sit quietly and pay attention to the present moment, without worrying about what's next on your to-do list. It might sound simple, but practicing mindfulness can have profound effects on mental clarity and emotional well-being. By taking time each day to relax and clear your mind, you can reduce the effects of stress on your brain, making it easier to focus and stay sharp. Now that we've covered hydration, brain-boosting foods, and stress management, it's time to move on to another important habit that supports your mental clarity: getting enough sleep. Sleep is a key player in brain health, but we often underestimate its importance. Stay tuned, and we'll dive into why sleep is so crucial for your focus and overall well-being. Now that we've covered hydration, brain-boosting foods, and managing stress, let's talk about something that's just as important, if not more so, when it comes to boosting your focus and mental clarity: sleep. I know, sleep can be a bit of a tricky subject. As we age, many of us find that we don't sleep as soundly or as long as we used to. Maybe you've had nights when you wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back to sleep, or perhaps you wake up feeling tired even after a full night's rest. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Sleep can become more fragmented as we get older, but that doesn't mean we can't improve the quality of our sleep. Sleep is absolutely vital for mental clarity. During the night, our brains go through essential processes like memory consolidation and detoxification. When you don't get enough quality sleep, your brain can't function at its best. You might feel foggy, have trouble concentrating, or forget things more easily. That's because sleep is when your brain gets a chance to rest and reset. So, how can we improve our sleep? One of the best strategies is to create a bedtime routine that signals to your body that it's time to wind down. You might try dimming the lights an hour before bed to help your body produce melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle. Avoiding screen time, like your phone or TV, right before bed is also a good idea, as the blue light from screens can interfere with melatonin production. Instead, try reading a book, doing some gentle stretches, or even listening to calming music. Another simple tip is to keep your bedroom cool and dark. Your body naturally sleeps better in a cooler environment, and complete darkness helps your body stay in a deeper sleep. If you struggle with staying asleep, you might want to try using earplugs or a white noise machine to block out disturbances. Getting enough sleep doesn't just help you feel rested. It also boosts your ability to focus, process information, and even regulate your emotions. And if you're someone who often wakes up feeling groggy, it might be worth looking into improving your sleep hygiene to ensure you're getting the most restful sleep possible. Now, let's switch gears a bit and talk about something that might seem counterintuitive: getting regular physical exercise. You might be thinking, how is exercise related to focus? Well, let me tell you, it's huge. Regular physical activity is one of the most effective ways to boost brain function and improve mental clarity. And no, you don't have to run marathons or hit the gym every day to reap the benefits. Simple, moderate exercise can make a world of difference. When you exercise, your body pumps more blood and oxygen throughout your system, including to your brain. This increased blood flow helps your brain stay sharp and focused. Plus, exercise encourages the release of endorphins, the feel-good hormones that reduce stress and improve mood. Regular physical activity can also help increase the size of the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. So, it's no surprise that people who exercise regularly tend to have better cognitive function and sharper mental clarity. It doesn't have to be complicated either. Walking is one of the easiest and most accessible forms of exercise. A daily walk around the block or through a park can do wonders for your focus and overall well-being. If walking is something you enjoy, make it a habit. Or, if you prefer something a little more engaging, consider yoga or swimming, both great options for staying active and keeping your mind sharp. It's also important to keep in mind that, like sleep, exercise doesn't have to be intense to make a difference. Even just 20 to 30 minutes of light exercise a few times a week can have significant benefits for both your body and brain. Now that we've talked about sleep and exercise, let's dive into another important piece of the puzzle: mental stimulation. This one's often overlooked, but it's just as crucial for maintaining focus and mental clarity as the other habits we've discussed. Our brains, like our bodies, need regular exercise to stay sharp. It's easy to let mental stimulation slip when we get busy or when we feel comfortable in our routines. But the truth is that challenging your brain regularly is one of the best ways to keep it in tip-top shape. So, what does mental stimulation look like? It doesn't necessarily mean doing difficult puzzles every day, though that can certainly help. It's about finding activities that engage your mind in new ways. Reading books, learning a new skill, or even taking up a hobby like painting or knitting can stimulate your brain. You could also try crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or online brain training games. The key is to push your brain out of its comfort zone in a way that feels enjoyable. Something else to consider is keeping up with social activities. Engaging in meaningful conversations with friends or family, attending community events, or even joining a club can provide a lot of mental stimulation. Socializing has been shown to improve memory and cognitive function, as it encourages you to think, respond, and connect with others regularly. All of these activities help keep your brain active and prevent cognitive decline. And the best part? Mental stimulation is fun. It's a way to keep your brain sharp while doing things that you genuinely enjoy. As we wrap up this section, it's clear that all these habits, sleep, exercise, and mental stimulation, work together to support your focus and mental clarity. By making small changes in your daily routine, you'll find that your mind becomes sharper and more engaged. which can help you feel more energized and in control. But we're not done yet. There's one more habit I want to share that ties everything together and enhances the benefits of these habits. Taking time for relaxation and reflection. This isn't just about reducing stress. It's about giving your brain the space it needs to recharge and process the information you've absorbed throughout the day. Let's dive into that next. Now that we've talked about hydration, eating brain-boosting foods, managing stress, getting good sleep, staying active, and keeping our minds stimulated, there's one final habit I want to share that ties all of these elements together. Taking time for relaxation and reflection. You might be wondering, how can relaxation improve my focus? Well, relaxation isn't just about sitting back and doing nothing. It's about allowing your mind and body to process everything you've experienced during the day. In today's busy world, we're constantly on the go, multitasking, and trying to keep up with everything around us. That makes it easy to forget that our brains need downtime to process information and clear away the clutter. Think of it like this. When you give yourself time to relax and reflect, you're creating a mental space where your brain can catch up. Just like you might take a break after a long workout to rest and recover, your brain needs moments of calm to stay sharp and focused. When you don't give yourself this time, your mind can become overwhelmed, which makes it harder to concentrate and retain information. One of the simplest ways to incorporate relaxation and reflection into your routine is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's as simple as sitting in a quiet space, focusing on your breath, and letting go of any thoughts that may be causing you stress or anxiety. You don't need to meditate for hours. Just 5 to 10 minutes can make a huge difference. It's about allowing yourself to slow down and become more aware of your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Another great way to give your mind space to relax and reflect is through journaling. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, or experiences from the day can be incredibly therapeutic. It helps you process your emotions, understand your priorities, and even uncover patterns that might be affecting your focus or clarity. If you're not sure where to start, try writing about something that made you feel grateful that day, or jot down a few thoughts about what you'd like to focus on tomorrow. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. Just a few sentences can be enough to clear your mind and improve your mental clarity. It's also important to make relaxation part of your daily routine. Whether it's enjoying a warm cup of tea in the evening, listening to calming music, or even just sitting outside and soaking in some fresh air, taking time for yourself to unwind is crucial. Many of us overlook this aspect of self-care, but the truth is, it's just as important as all the other habits we've talked about. By giving your mind a chance to slow down and reflect, you're making it easier for your brain to stay clear, sharp, and focused. These moments of relaxation and reflection help you recharge and reset, which in turn makes it easier to tackle whatever comes your way the next day with a fresh perspective. As we wrap things up, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. Boosting your focus and mental clarity doesn't require drastic changes or a huge time commitment. It's about small, consistent habits that support your brain health and overall well-being. Hydrating, eating nourishing foods, managing stress, getting enough sleep, staying active, keeping your mind stimulated, and taking time to relax and reflect. All of these habits work together to help you feel sharper, more focused, and more energized. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small steps can have a big impact on your mental clarity and overall quality of life. If you try incorporating just a few of these habits into your daily routine, you'll start to notice improvements in how you feel. And don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a day or two. Life happens, and the key is to get back on track when you can. So, here's the most important message to take away from today. You have the power to enhance your mental clarity and focus, no matter your age. Every step you take toward building these habits is a step toward feeling more engaged, more energized, and more confident in your ability to take on the world around you. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these habits before? Or do you plan to incorporate them into your routine? Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to know what's working for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more tips on living your best life at any age. Here's to living your best, most focused, and mentally clear life, no matter where you are in your journey. Keep nurturing yourself, stay sharp, and remember, it's never too late to make positive changes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.